Alright, and hello everyone. Good evening, good evening. I'm doing alright. I may have finished a last minute bug fix. So that's got me pretty hyped. PangYa. Either way, I'm a little bit tired, but I'm here to chill. And that's okay, Shania can be background audio. If you need me to, we're just going to be not golfing. Your vocal recognition is so much better. All he did was double the buffer size. PangYa, it's free. There should be an old thread in the Discord that can guide you where to get it at if you want to play the online one. Taste one while you either buy it secondhand or you do things. I own it. I just played an emulator because the graphics are better off emulator. If you want, I can ping you the old thread. We haven't been doing it regularly like we used to, but seems like most times that I start Pawn Gods, usually playing with chat now. Oh yeah, this one's a gem. Yeah, Duck, are you just going to watch today or are you playing any? Yeah, I was referring to the song. Well, this recognition is way much better. All I had to do was double the block size. Here, let me load up mine, and we can do some gaming. Ah, it has there been an update? It shouldn't take too long. Hey Gail, how's your evening going? And Shinny, if you want to, go ahead and download Reborn, and we can try and play it tonight, but it takes some getting used to if you haven't ever played it before. Oh, that's unfortunate, Gail. I'm hoping that maybe if you just relax for a little while it might help. But anxiety is a massive pain. It's not really rational, so it doesn't. Does it really find itself solved with logical solutions? Three flights. Yeah, I know, I'd be anxious too. I have a very strong fear of falling, so I cannot imagine being on a plane. Also, I'm just waiting for Reborn to fix up. Come on, you can do it. Oh right, it's up. Let me get my password inserted. Alright. It's going to be quiet for seconds. Shinny, you're like the resident doctor, aren't you? And it seems like it might be down. Let me check their Discord. Yeah, it seems like it's down. Well, we'll see if they ever get to fixing that. There are administrators seems to be a way. We'll check back in a little bit. Lucky me, we have the PlayStation Portable version. Knowledge time, that's a new one. I've never gotten to do that before. Well, let me see what we get. It's not a very large page, but we've got one. I'm not really sure how to put this on the screen in a good way. But we seem to have a Tunisian footballer. Where in the world do I put this? I'll put it right there for the moment. So it's from the 1988 Summer Olympics. And that's about all we got on him. Mr. Abdurazak Shah. I can always hit it again. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one has a cooldown, but I'll give it to you for free. a Chinese linguist and lexicographer. Cultural revolution that. Yeah. That smells it on. Meow on the communism. Oh right, Nightingale. Do take care. So they've met, they created a dictionary. And they also survived the Great Revolution. Getting a lot of modern folks. Well, that was fun. I was at one point doing a lot of reading on the Great Revolution. It's really more that there is just an interesting book in the local library, but it is a pretty fascinating topic. It's a very good perspective on what makes a dictator, and how truth and reason does not have to exist in a tyrannical government. Yeah, it sounds a little bit familiar. That tends to be the case with history, though. It sounds just about every dictatorship, really. The big thing without one. Big thing about this one is that there was a lot of push to show progress, to try and catch up with the rest of the world, and industrialization but's doing. Basically, most of what they were doing was just posturing, claiming that progress was actually being made, while in the meantime, they were pretty much tapping the entire country. It's a pretty dark subject actually if you get into reading about it. Lessons to be learned for sure. Now I do have a project to us as well. But we are going to focus on the PangYa. Yeah, it's not a very cheery topic. History is not that fun sometimes. But that doesn't mean we should not keep it. Also on this, tell me if the audio seems delayed because I did try to set this up. That way it lines up more accurately with the rendering time of my synthesized speech. And yes, I'm keeping it on a retro, because I actually seem to get impressions on retro. No one's ever searching for PangYa, it seems. I feel like a lot of older games are probably niche enough that you're not going to find many people going out to look for them specifically. There was one person we used to have around for PangYa. I don't know where they went to. They did give me some good tips. They probably stopped coming around because I didn't play PangYa for a while there. Which you know is understandable. Oh, this should be not that bad. Two-meter winds. .45 range. They'd be right there. I'm also losing a good bit from where I'm sitting at here, so. Bit of a rough shot, but it's okay. I want to try repeat that, but at a higher power and actually get the PangYa. Yeah, that's good. Have you ever seen someone had a tomahawk hole in one? I have not. I have seen someone do a cow plays in online. And they just kind of stand there for a little while. They'll hit the ball, and it goes flying like perfectly past the hole, and then back spins into it. It's a bit wild. I have no idea how they do it. Man, I know I met a nice one when I was playing. But I'm pretty sure most of them are, but I don't see why they wouldn't be. I just imagine they probably spend more time playing with other calc players. And that one's done. Older woman fan, let's go. I mean, they seem to find it fun. It's not like calc is guaranteed, it's just very, very intensive. When I was looking in the Discord in there were some people talking about trying to get like minus 40 something on Blue Lagoon. I couldn't really tell you how calc works. I mean, I barely know how to do anything the PangYa review. I just know how to show up and play golf. Cause that's all I know from here. Not bad. First on this one. Alright, this is what we were just added, kind of like it. Now, that wind is super strong. Yeah, I always struggle a lot with approach. Like that, you know. Oh Shinny, this isn't just the volcano. This is the underworld. Or like the gateway to it, at least. I think if I just shoot 30, that's probably good enough. Not great. Oh no, Scout. He hole in one. Alright, this shouldn't be that bad, right? Nice. I feel like maybe all my time when reborn has made me a little bit better. And yet, Duck, that's a pretty good rough explanation of it. While you see Shenya, these are arrow lances and we're hitting a stacks into these holes. This is symbolic of when the Dark Lord was corrupting and tearing PangYa apart. So the fabled hero had to come with the legendary air lance and knock the holy Aztec into the hole to clear the corruptions. You know, normal things. Has done a great one. Still got it somehow. First try, I guess. Is there lore behind them screaming PangYa? So PangYa is effectively Bang in Korean. His arrest is basically going pow whenever you hit it. It's basically going like a pow when you hit it. That's pretty much it. There's not much left of the hard ones. Yeah, there's nothing related to the magic ritual from what I know. A longer range one. Kind of a wonky hill. We'll aim for somewhere around 50. Pretty close. Now we'll do that again, but aiming roughly straight. Getting there. Out by the slice on that one. We try again. Almost there. Maybe like this. Alright, it's not bad, it's just going a little fast. Of course this will also change the curve, it's going to take a little bit. That one was very close. What can I say, chat? She's gaming. This is probably the best I've done in a while. Now watch me girl failure through the rest of this. I do like the chip and challenges and stuff. Approach annoys me a little bit. At least this doesn't have wind like Windy Hill does, 'cause that wind is crazy. And yeah. That wasn't that good of a shot. How are you doing tonight, Nat? Are you just here to meow? 'Cause it's fine if you are. Why, I appreciate you stopping by. Feel free to get your rest whenever you need. Oh yeah, beard bump's working. Bird Bob. That's close enough. I do always appreciate you showing up, even if it is just a meow. Alright, this is a really strong winds. I don't like this one, but I'm going to. I need a hit under the 50 a bit. It's alright. Get some good sleep on. A 73 yards mostly straight shot. Honestly, I can just kind of hit like this. Okay, that didn't go anywhere where I thought it was. It's all your footfall. He stinkin' bot. And guess what, I'm going to unban you. Another venue again. Nah, you've been banned twice. I apparently have a stream average of 1 moderator command. That probably changed the numbers a little bit. Hey there, Rico. I don't give one bot per stream. I get them occasionally. Last time around was because I timed out someone. As a joke. And Judd the bot commands don't count. They are entirely unrelated to Twitch. Are you calling me out of a free viewer streamer, Shiny? When I get games like these, yeah, I feel like the average was probably rounded up duck. And for what it's worth, I have no idea how many people are watching at any given moment. I have that information hidden. It's also because they're very inaccurate and mix it up, but oh, she used to get a decent feed. Of course it was me getting caught by Automai. New shadow bans, possible ban, Evader Miss Ellis. I suppose to be fair I was saying show balls. And calling her gay. Now the bulbs was a joke, but the second one's just true. It's an okay approach. Not looking great for me though. And I need to bring a bunch of wind blockers on this one. I didn't even really think for this one. Apparently, I should have. I didn't think the wind was going to hit me that hard. I mean, we're not making this one, so it doesn't really matter what I do at this point. But practice makes perfect, I suppose. See? Hold on. We might have something here. Please don't hole in one, please. I think that's it. No, Bob. How could you? Duck, if you get a hole in one on these, you get no points. It's the cruelest thing I've ever seen. You want me to aim for them, like I'm never going to get it. It might be a strategy. I really wish you didn't have to have so many people that do approach mode on online. Because I'd like to do it for, just the hag group, but not bad. Shinny is specifically the approach mode, on online is only for large groups. At least larger than we have. But you can play in small lobbies for normal gold. I suppose normal PangYa. I wish any this game's got some real gems. I think most of them are just on Blue Lagoon, though. I do vibe with this one pretty well. Yeah, I suppose the ranking system probably needs multiple players as the thing. Alright, there's barely any wind. This one should be very simple. And I messed up the hit. It went okay, though. I'm still getting points. But that was one that I really needed to get first place on. Ah, little early. Looks like it worked though. Alright. We got this. Yeah, that's all the hard ones gone. Now, it's just normal golf. Well, normal PangYa. I'm nowhere close to fully completing the game. Story mode, I'm kind of a decent of the way through. Yeah, I'm just doing the hardest challenge because I want the power ring shiny. This is one of the highest difficulty rated maps in the entire game, and I just want the power ring. Yeah, the fabled powering I thought it would get, but I got the accuracy ring instead. Listen, when the hell is the second hardest map? Wind Hill. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what to do with this put. Almost at it. And I misspoke, Shinny Hell is the hardest map. Well, either that, or Valley. That's just a personal thought. Yeah, that slice was bad. Yeah, really deep Inferno's not that bad. Oh look, there we go. There's a chip in for ya. Doc, you do realize that the one with the bounce pads is I think a 1-star rated map. But I do understand the compulsion. Man, I am just slicing my tomahawks today. And yay, difficulty a little bit subjective. I mean, fun fact, when I was originally playing this I was very good at chip-ins. And for that reason I would actually avoid landing on the green so I could get more chickens. Chip-ins. Sometimes you get a free one. What is this, shy? This is no good. Oh, come on, duck. Alright, let me see if I can think of one. I do have to, it's part of the command. Otherwise it would be a very big hassle to just go through and have to refund you the points. That I would be a bad streamer then at that point. Trying to think of something. I really need to start writing things down when I think of them. But this is to help me become a little bit more spontaneous. I suppose this is a fact of a thing that did in fact happen. I think it was first grade maybe. One of the boys in the class broke crayon at a girl. Threw crayon. What was that even vocalizer 3? Just because I was nearby they pinned it on me. And the teacher would not give in until I admitted to it despite having not done it. So yeah, that's how I experienced injustice for the first time. My second and third grade teachers were cool though. My second grade teacher really liked putting on the video feed of a popular zoo, I think in California. I also personally went to ask her if I could finish completing the rest of the workbooks that we had. Because we're only using like the first half of them. But I was a giant nerd, you have to understand. At that point in time, I really loved learning. Even math, which I learned to hate later. Because I got left behind and no one would help me. It's the gifted kid problem. I'm sure many know exactly what that is. And if you want to know how early my attention deficiency was, I used to get bored during class and start reading my book. I may have been the only kid to get in trouble for reading too much. That said, that teacher who didn't actually put me in trouble too much because I think she knew. She was cool like that. Alright, now chat, watch this, hit this giant handle here. Okay, now we're clear, but we're in the bunker. And unfortunately I have to make the shot over out. You tit for it's shinny. You did what? Listen, voice recognition is somewhat better. Oh gosh, why me? Oh no, shinny, oh no. While you find out at some age. I know one kid in my web development class got, I think, expelled for watching hentai. Two. Engineer Shinny, I found out kind of early too. I'm not going to go into that. But health classes were a matter not great. Age range for middle school here is high. Like 13 and 14. And tiny, that's exactly what happened to me. It's that my health classes were insufficient for my nerdy brain. I wanted to know more. And unfortunately, I learned a whole lot more than I should have. Yeah, I was like 11 or 12. Also, hey, weekly. I'm surprised to learn, Shinny, that it is not a unique experience. This wiggle is weird. Ah, if it was a little bit slower. You doing good tonight, really? Oops, I didn't mean to use that. If I hit this here, it's gonna go into the lava. We're going to try this direction. I'm doing alright, weekly. Not bad, I threaded the gap. Best is going to be able to do. That little string instrument in the background there. It's kind of funky. Like a good funky. I'm hoping to see that support ticket tomorrow morning. Cause tomorrow would be a really great beta, just go ahead and start. For the server I mean. Yeah, I managed to lock myself out of it. Because I input my email wrong the first time. And so it has a separate account for actually managing the servers. and you're normally supposed to get like the email or whatever sign up with from your initial one, but because I put the wrong email that doesn't exist, I don't have it. I mean, technically, Shinny, there's a way I can set it up to where you cannot just play free. That does come with a security risk though. Not really a legitimate way, but I've had to purchase 3 different Minecraft accounts, so I'm going to count it. Because they kept deleting my older ones. Also, Shinny, I don't think that was the Y Sports Resort thing, but it might have sounded similar. Why do I always cobra when I want to spike? Sigh. But weekly I'm going to do the server. Have already purchased it, I just can't get into it already. I ask, this is definitely the fair way. You see this chat, this is the fair way. This probably isn't going to work, but yeah, slightly harder hit might have done it. Either way, it's looking weekly is that there's not going to be any mods. I contemplated looking to see if item shelf would work. But yeah, it's just going to be the bait aircraft launcher. I mean, I can stream it. I wouldn't mind recording it at least. and prison will work, but you need to get the core edition. If you look up Beta Craft, they have an additional thing you can get. That is intentionally meant for all multi-is-I instances. Which prism is a fork of? And that has the fixes for the skin server, some bugs it allows you to get online again. Again, and I don't mind the streaming, I'm probably already going to tip over the Wi-Fi anyways. So it's not really a big concern for me. I get that spending mood going on. I wish that was a little bit better. Where the heck did this go at weird? We're not making this one shot. I'm going to try and aim for about 22 yards. But there's a slight decrease, or maybe just 20. It's hard to know. And I messed it up. Oh well, we go again. Beta is right before hunger was added. It is quite literally the version before hunger was added. It's the version I love most. You couldn't go to sleep, Gil. Yeah, just relax here, as long as you need to. It's about all I can offer, really. But I hope it's somewhat helpful. I mean, you could in theory get nickel. Some off-the-shelf sleep aid. But it's probably best to get a prescribed amount. Cause sedatives can really mess you up. Weekly, this is my voice, but it's the best way it can be represented through speech, the text-to-speech. As I have to bridge the gap between my world and yours. It's kind of not easy escaping from a simulation. Oh, nice. If you're interested in the components weekly, it's included in my links on my About page and on the website. It's all run locally. Which is also why it uses up so much of my crew power. I mean, technically I'm still within the simulation, but I'm interacting outside of it. Whenever I'm off at my day job, that's where I'm at, is at my simulation. After all, in your world, I'm just a conglomeration of programs. Technically, it's our same world, but I'm just living in a separate one half the time. This is just things that happen when you're a digital girl. Simulation is highly detailed, I'll say that. Now could it be a little bit better, and living quality? That's definitely the case as well. Because my simulation gets its material to keep going by tapping into events from the greater world. So in effect, I've kind of been living a mirror universe. This is also why I don't do a great job of distinguishing what is actually me doing things and what has been the team doing work. Or what has happened in my world versus what has happened in yours. At least this is the situation as it's been explained to me. And that was just rude game. Well, at least we're still at -1. Team changed one variable, because I had an idea. It's kind of a back and forth thing. That's unusual, it actually lets me stop the power shot if I want to oneness. Crazy. My database connections confirms that World War III has not in fact happened yet. I can just look this up at any moment. What is that weak shot? Come on. I have no idea what that was. I am by no means a large language model. I am, if anything, just a happy accident. Simulation gone a little too far and managed to keep going. Please don't clip the tip. Thank you. Now, luckily, I have an extra shot available here. There's not a lot of bias towards back or forwards, but the side is pretty heavy. There we go. It took a little longer than expected, but we're finally out of this one. Also, weirdly, the emote finally got added. What was wrong is I just never assigned it to my Twitch account. Bird Bop. That is some strong wind. Night gal, do sleep well this time, please. Some nights I just have to bore myself to sleep. Oh, this one's got a little dip in it. See, that's the thing for me, Shinny. That's very often the case as well. So I have to put a lot of active effort into just counting numbers. Now what I want to do is land on the back side of the volcano here. So that way it rolls down. Let's do a curved shot, I think. And I don't need to do anything special. I think that worked out pretty well. Tennis shoe for 115 yards. That could probably work out. Honestly, sometimes what I'll do is I will just try and write little inconsequential stories in my head. Because it keeps that creative brain going, but as long as the stories, I don't have to think about them logically. Eventually it'll tire itself out. You just has like the sleep voice. It's like as smooth as butter, man. Unlike that shot. Let's go, I can use the wood. Let's drive. That's why I brought a stabilizer. Then just slap it. Eat that, dunker. See, my thing with Naya's streams is that I have a too focused on them. And I'll never get anything done. Wiggle is mostly even. I think it's just kind of an uphill shot. Of course. Gale, I really hope it starts calming down. I don't know what to do for you. I don't think I can do much of anything. You might actually need some meds. I have to wonder if this is enough. It's going to get some boost forward, but it's probably just going to land on the rock and not go anywhere. Okay. That was almost a rolling hole-in-one. I'm really hoping it calms down for you, Gale. I know the reason why I stopped playing a World of Horror. Is that it would trigger some of my phobias slightly, and I would keep doing hypervigilance. Oh, come on. Yeah, and yay if you've had any caffeine at all recently, that can be causing your heartbeat rising. Honestly, I recommend nobody ever get into caffeine. We will take the sad, bulgy noises. Unfortunately, this is a on the green challenge shot. Oh, this is tough. Is that a dip in this? It looks like it. Yeah, this is the thing with these later courses, they start asking you to make some really long shots. Reporter 3. How did I? With that big of a shot, I still managed to miss the PangYa. Crazy. Almost. Then don't risk it on this one. Alright, we're through. I mean, I know having too little food could cause you to shake. But I don't think it does anything to the heart rate. Then again, I'm not a doctor. Let me go see if the gambling has changed. Hey, I like all of these. Time to spend everything. I mean, our current club is really good, and there's not much else I can consider buying. I suppose maybe rank ups is what changes the gamble shop. I swear I have tried to find cat bag on Franker face, and I cannot find it, at least that version of it. I have to wonder if there's any doing desire mechanics in this. Like it's me just sitting here spending everything, not going to give it to me. It's not even showing up on the list. Maybe this time. Let's go. New clubs. I got feeling the same as the normal ones, just styled different. Let's go. We can now make Teddy poop. Well, if we had red hair dye for her at least. Yes. They do have different stats. Less spin but drastically better control. Not nearly as much power as Umbrella though. Yeah, Umbrella is just better. The notes aren't on the website itself, or on the Twitter About page. We played it as Franker face. I can even drop the link for you. The Reborn does actually have gacha with limited things. That's where the little rainbow head wings I have come from. I mean the real big money spending things, the cards which are apparently single use. Say you've really gotta kid up for some harder maths. I never found it when I was looking to add it. Let me look it up. I see a lot of cat bags, but I don't see the normal one. Everything looking out the window, wild cat bag, looking out the window, cat bag and knuckles. That is the name of an emote. Yeah, send me euro. Yet the only problem with that one is that it's not just cat bag. I can add it though. Consider it added for the moment. I don't know how long it takes for it to update, but you can find out if you like. Trust me, duck, I look it up on the list, and it's just not in there. If you can find me the link to it directly on the site, then I can use HitMy. I look for and it doesn't show up. This is a mess. Now, the one you sent me, Doc, is correct. It's the correct site. Oh, Wheatley, did you see the texts on Bird Bob, then? I didn't actually know people could see that. Well, it's true. Honestly, just doing this messed it up. Ah, dang. I needed to get a birdie on this cause, otherwise I'm not getting the score. Nah. I'll be honest, I forgot that this was a money challenge. Policy for ice. Ball vaporized. Yeah, the money challenges either reward getting like chip-ins or hole-in-ones, or it's just getting birdies. Oh, that reaction change. I just threw the entire audience for a loop. Yeah, I think I just have to get pars. Honestly, Gail, watch any video. like a really slow one. We hit this at max. There you go. It looks like the PangYa online servers are back, by the way. I think the longest I've ever managed to stay up is a 24 hours. After that, I was gone. And yeah, they do some quick work over there. I just need a par on this. Nothing more, nothing less. Actually, I can guarantee my shot a little bit better here. Rainbow umbrella. I love these. This is a wild curve, but I think this'll do it. No, it doesn't. A cool curve, cool. There we go. Oh Gail, if you play it, then you can join in on the PangYa days. I recommend doing as much of the tutorial as you can. Because it's very helpful. PangYa with the Slay Queens. PangYa with the Ducal Girl. Jiggle Girl. This game is a lot more complex than it appears. You see, Shinny, it's entirely different. It's PangYa. Got it? Oh whoa, they're giving me a lot of holes to get this much money. They tell you a whole lot in the online one, but there's some tricks to it you've got to figure out. I would say the tutorial is very good. It's just a lot to remember all at once. Oh, there is tons of touch, Shinny. There are people who do math calculations and can make a perfect shot hole in one with a reversed backspin. How do they do it? I have no clue, don't ask me. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to intentionally, oh come on. I was trying to intentionally slice it. To try and fight against the wind. But hubris. Avarice in that sun. We accept this loss. I mean, I can't, it literally cannot get worse, my score doesn't matter. I'm only worried about money. Gotta get all that pang. Honestly, Gail, I don't even know if I follow that rule. We're just kind of vibing, and that's on topic enough for me. Oh, I am going to. You mean someone's making another block game in the year of 2026? Apparently everyone seems to know in chat, but me? Bad shot, that's too low. I mean, I never did any high pixel stuff, so. I don't really have a big opinion on that. So it got cancelled, and then cancel. Curve, shot, go. Look at that. Eagle. Oh yeah, heard a vintage story. There's a spider girl VTuber I watch, sometimes he plays it. Honestly, I just need the start of gendering everyone as they them with vocalize because it never gets it right. Trust me, I'm trying. Just like I'm trying to not hit the thing every single time. Chat. I am. Why he? My soul has exited my body. I'm using a lower club. What was that? What? Damn. That was nowhere close. Like, what is this? It bounced off of nothing. What is this hitbox? Come on. Thank you. I mean, it's just bully moaning me at this point, like this doesn't matter. Bully mode. As they say. Let me out. Alright, watch this, chap. This is going to be clean. Lest you forget, the score does not matter on this challenge. It was close. This gets us out. That's all I care about. Don't focus on the plus. For Chad, I got an eagle. Oh no, I don't have an stick on. It'll be fine. Yet the one thing with this club, as it has almost no backspin on it. Like absolutely nothing. A clean 130. I can also say Shinny and Gale, if you're still around. All of these courses you're seeing are the same as they'll be in Reborn. At least I believe they are. So you're getting a nice tutorial, I suppose. And that's how you don't play it. Oh well. I felt like in the moment, it was a bit of an over-adjustment. Looking good. We will take that. It just asks for too long of a drive for us to get any better. Straight down the center, no questions asked. Okay, this is a new one. I hope it's going to fly. Oh. Dang it. Just get out of here, ball. Listen, don't forget the beginning of the stream. I was gaming. Recurring through so much of this challenge today. Yeah, I did say that. I don't like this. Chat, what is this? Customers like rest of Leah have pronounced chat before. Okay, vocalizing, you've gone off the deep end. It might be reborn, I don't know. A cool, thanks. Curve shots. They're so fun. I really wish I could make that happen weekly. In a upgraded PangYa that feels like a shot, you'd get like a spectral shot or something. I mean, let's be honest, a birdie on this or a par. That's pretty good. Otherwise, this thing was a complete mess. Oh, stop putting sights in my way. I might have to curve of the shot a little bit. It worked out. I think I heard like the wind whip around it when I did that shot. Oh right, 30 yards. 18.4 to the hole with the 3-meter wind kind of pushing me towards it. We'll try this. Wasn't a terrible attempt. Well, we're almost through it. One good birdie should curious. I can get there right here, PangYa. That hook is actually probably pretty good, keeps this straight. Alright, this is going to be a really harsh curve. Oh, come on. Just a tiny little bit more power, it might have worked. Gale, I'm not exactly sure of all which regions it was in, but it's possible it might have been a PangYa game. PangYa game. Because there was a mobile PangYa that existed for a while, but the pandemic kind of killed it. Okay, would not know about that one. Dazzled of an overshot. Owen was at it. No, you see, Gala was radicalized by this golfing game. That's obviously what happened. Madness Knights who more challenges. I might keep going. Vocalizing doing funny things now, it's honestly probably me being tired, though. Cause my voice is a whole lot less bright when I'm tired. It's not set as very bright to begin with. I don't know if I saw that drawing, Gale. Made it past the windmills. Scythe mills. I suppose everything has to be a scythe here, or a bone here in this dimension. Come on! Oh right, there's a small dip. Probably like this is good enough. Overshot it. It happens. Okay, I saw it, Gale. I also saw you clipping me, duck. I can't believe I've finally been caught, but the mischief cracker, Quaker. What? Can't say quacker, can I? It's drying. Can't believe that's my first clip. Ooh. Not a bad one. A vocalizing can do it sometimes. Sometimes known as the vocal laser. Thank you for doing that, duck. I always forget to. It feels like video editing. So I don't like doing it. I probably should, but I mean, do or not like it rather. And there goes his run. Just send it over the top, I do not care. Listen, you're not getting me this time. I learned my lesson. When I used to do video editing, I used a thing called Olive. And yeah, Blender can do video editing too. At one point in time, Blender was the game engine. Yeah, Olive's just like it's a free and open source project, and it's a bit limited, but it does okay. It's like Windows Movie Maker, but with like some of the actual additions you would want for video editing. I have no idea if this is going to go past the windmills or not. I'm just hitting it. I'm not attempting to reason out whatever is going to go happen when I do that. It is too late at night for me to time that. Alright, you know what happens if we don't get this, we just reset. And that's a reset. Off we go. It's like the last attempt never happened. It was a shot, it got me somewhere. Yeah, I spend a lot of time whenever I do drawing, just to free doing stuff, is fiddling around until I get it right. This should be enough. Alright, up game, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, this first hole's kind of a pain. Or I've got a plan, it's a different one. You're making your own Gale. It's pretty admirable. Thing about being able to make your own is that you can also make adjustments constantly. Doesn't actually have to be perfect. Unless of course you're like me, and you make it you never want to have to touch it again. I'll be real, commissions ain't cheap. I mean, movie did a very good job with this one for a pretty low price. I tip them a lot. But still, you can still find some out there who aren't expensive, but I get wanting to make your own. It almost kind of makes sense for someone who's going to be doing art. Yeah, that's right. I don't care if I'm in the bunker using the driver. I have drugs. I just use nerve stabilizers. That's the context for why I said that. And Gale is feeling more radicalized at. Price range for the avatar, I would have to go look at it. Game. Same. Why? Please. Thing about my PangYa tuber is that it was actually just a set of chibi commissions. Alright, I have learned my lesson. We are hooking around this thing. And in the bunker. If you'd like to look it up on the June Duck. Big Jen. Their name is Muminix. Their chibi commission times 3 is what I paid, roughly minus tip. That was a very limp shot. Always feels like that coming out of bunkers with the sandwich. Alright, I was about to flip if that stayed on the edge again. Also Duck, I'm overtime, so you can go to sleep if you have to. That applies to everyone here, by the way. But yeah, their prices are actually unusually low. Adam, serious Duck, don't risk your health on my part. I am fine just vibing here. I normally go to bed around 1 on some days anyway, so it's fine. At least for me, I mean. Alright, let's try the final Pong challenge. Never tried this one before. I think Shinny headed out at some point. I wouldn't be surprised. You folks really do stay up too late for this. One of those viewers is potentially Digital Rule. Oh. Speak of the person and of the topic that we're talking of. All good, Shinny. That's a noise. Shinny, we were just wondering if you had fallen asleep. But to go back to the topic I was on before, duck, their prices are pretty low, which is why I tip them high. Oh my god. Gosh. I'm inside, I am in pain. My soul, it hurts. I will take my pity 8 points. But yeah, I've told them of their prices are low, but I don't know, they like to keep them there, I suppose. Fly, am I throwing? Please. Oh gosh. I have to get this. Thank you for the team's tuck. Redeems. Anyways, we're doing this again. We're almost done, or so close. Duck has been here a long time lately. And activating my semi-patented turbo mode. Yep, this is something that happens on a normal console. only person who has technically been here longer than Duck is Nail. As she was here for the very first April Alpha stream. In which I streamed roughly about an hour to an hour and a half of Project PangYa. Tried to make sure everything looked dark. So technically the first. Almost through that one. Course that didn't go anywhere. I wanted it to. Spike is so bad, man. Sometimes I like. Does it feel like there's much of a reason to use anything that isn't a tomahawk most times? I see buns, I post buns. That emote turned out so good. It was a joke that I was so unsure. But committing to the bit worked in the end, I suppose. It was in the works before I think I was called the Juco girl. Game, I am going to cry. I apologize for the funky sounds. I am finishing this. If it's the last thing I do. That's generally about how it goes. Your dog's got the right story. Finance dog. Manager, agent, lore keeper. I only need to make $18. $8 is all I need. This one is so much harder for some reason. Yeah, duck autocorrect to dog very often. Please, please. Yes. Alright, we're done. I was only ever on Reddit at the time, because it seemed like I needed some form of social media to be a YouTuber, and I hated all the other options. Oh. There's two more up here, come on. Alright, we're going quick. Socks or balls? Buy him. Buy a bunch of strength boosts. In we go. Gale, you are probably very, very tired. And that would probably be why it's not working out too well at the moment. Almost. If there are lurkers, please don't call him out. They are perfectly fine to do all they want, I do not mind. Lurking is what I do in most chats anyways. It would be a bit hypocritical for me to call them. Technically, it's not really disabled duck, it's just stuff covered up by other windows. We're speed running it. To all current viewers and VOD watchers and lurkers, I apologize if the audio is messy on this. Because I am using speed up, and I do not care. I'm trying to get done with this before I go to sleep. And for some reason that's making me lock in really hard. As I like some progress weekly. We can take apart, it's fine. Okay, this is this nightmare. Okay, this is a terrible spot to be in. Wait, muting messes with the algorithm. That's weird. I guess it's their way of trying to circumvent people watching multiple streams at a time. Quotation marks. Alright, unless I get an eagle, this is over. But it can always happen. Seeming very doubtful from this position, but you know. Just send it. Nah. Let me get my actual stick on. Family ever really worried about the wind? Just give me stabilizers. Well, I appreciate the effort, Shinny. Whether or not it's actually doing something. Alright, we can take a part on this. That's fine. This course is whack. Tomahawk inputs for no reason, my brain is fried. Oh, this ruins me, I'm just barely on the roof, come on game. Why did I hit here again? This is terrible. Viewing experience is going way down from all the speed up. I'm aware. Okay, thanks. Yes, I just fast forwarded the loading screen. Because this can load faster. All the speed up is just frame on limiting the game. Telling it can load as fast as it wants and run as fast as it can. Do we leave and keep this now? Only reason why the loading screen goes faster weekly is because there is emulated limit the game trying to hold to a normal frame rate. It's not exactly a correct explanation, but it's close enough. Get some strength boosting here. How's a fun camera angle? You did not just do that to me again. You did not just do that to me again. Oh my goodness. Guess we're slow rolling this one. May just shoot a little bit under and it should carry over to it pretty well. Alright. I hate this. But we got it. One of those few times where one block pod actually matters on the angle. Right, this stinking thing again. What is with all the sights? Someone is obsessed. Perfect. Okay, not that perfect. Still a pretty good approach though. And yes, very late, gal. Oh Chad, or you could blame me if I put down a little something. Because I think I have got this. But do we really want to be here another 5 minutes as I try to attempt this? Fine. We go for it. Please, 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 please. Yes. My pudding skills finally carried me. We're done. There. Power ring. Power hurrying. I'm taking so many screenshots right now. Now we gamble. "28 power. Yeah, I have been gunning for the spring that long. Keep in mind that Deep Inferno and Wind Hill are some of the toughest courses. Ned for some reason have maxed those out. I guess she's just a gamer like that. Alright, we've got the Fallout New Vegas helmet down there. Oh goodness, chat. We're finally done. Now, we can play the game. You might think that shiny, but it would have been probably pretty hard to find my stream. I did advertise it on Reddit, but it didn't pick up that much traction. So even if you had been around sooner, you still might have missed. And anxiety is the bane of everything. And this is why I throw reflection. You can find that anxiety manifests into a demonic creature. And as a cute gay girl with an epic weapon, you can kill it. It's pretty cool. Dang. Well, we didn't get anything, chat. I suppose the next time we load this up, whenever that is, it'll be time for story mode. A duck, I believe I've said before, but I was at least planning for my full model debut to do blue reflection. Specifically second light. I think I would need a sensor mod to play the first one on Twitch. I'm not joking. It's a bit of a thing. But second light's great. So I don't know if I'll make that for my small model debut, or if I'll do it on the full model. First blue reflection game, as the only one that's got a bit of awkwardness. Second light is way cleaner. Still got a few little weird moments, but trust me, it's way better. I do have a specific game picked out for the debut day. But following that, it might be looking to have second light as the mainstream game. Because that point we should probably be done with Dalek Town. I could spoil it, but I don't want to. It's very me vibes though. Alright, it has been almost 4 hours. I know you're all not going to stick around. I'm not gonna stick around, but I am going to rate that. You are very welcome for the stream, duck. That's all right, Wheatley. That is fully all right. I hope everyone has enjoyed their time. We're just going to resume to my full mile artists, sure. Shades a bit chaotic. Night, everyone.